lot more experience, and that form has worked out all right. The winner, Phil Kirby's, has won and been beaten since, so there is some substance to the form. That was off a mark of 57. He's up the £3, but he's still only on a rated of 60 for compared to some of these relatively unexposed. I don't think it'll be the mark that will beat him.
Mercer's Row has gone up £3 for that latest win, but that was over 7 furlongs. What's the chances of him staying a mile?
You look at the pedigrees by Bohemian Bounty, the doubt would be there, but on the other side of the dam side, he's out of a slip anchor mare, so he'd have a chance. But he's just one of those horses, rightly or wrongly, you associate. When Alan Dickman had him, he was a speedball, wasn't he, really? It's a sort of 5-6 furlong horse, but they stretched him out to get 7 last time out. He led inside the final furlong and ran on, and he didn't beat a bad mare either, Alluring Star. She's pretty good when she comes to Carlisle. She's won a couple of times round here, so on pedigree, there will be doubts, but he got the 7 well enough last time.
Thynia George is making his debut this afternoon for Tony Coyle. Previously trained in Ireland, his career stands at 0 from 9. Yeah,
and he's a 7-year-old as well, so he got going late in life, really. Some of his Irish form would entitle him to go well. He was third behind Belder Creasy, a good filly of Johnny Murtagh at Roscommon last year. That piece of form would seem thrown off a mark of 62, but that's a while ago. He hasn't reproduced it. He's had a change of yards. You'll see how Tony Coyle gets on with him.
Yeah, Tony's horse is in decent form, and even won the charity race on Saturday with Checkpoint, and a great occasion for the winning rider Chloe Fairley, who's a barrister based in Leeds, spent most of last week in York Crown Court and ended up on the racecourse on Saturday. Rode a winner, beat Peter Fye on Extraterrestrial by a fairly narrow margin, and a great effort by the 12 riders who took part in that. They raised over £71,000 in sponsorship money, and that was a big boost to the Macmillan Charity Fund, which is now able to boast £6 million, or more than £6 million, raised for cancer support since 1972. Horses walking round at the start, all arrived there safely. Pat's Legacy, the 3-to-1 favourite. A worthy favourite, Mark?
Yeah, probably, because I think you're taking into account how well the yard are going, which is a terrific strike rate for a relatively small yard. So you can see why he's favourite. That was a good run, slight drop in trip ought to suit. I was quite interested, not so much for winning today, but just for the rest of the summer. Majestic Dream is a huge price, one of Mick Easterby's. There's no money around for it. I just thought it was interesting. Graham Gibbons is back on board today. 3 runs last season off a mark of 70, which he runs off today. He was second 3 times, so you know, he's handicapped to run very well. He was beaten a long way at Redcar, and he needs to improve markedly on that, but he's just a sort of horse. He might show a bit today for the rest of the summer.
I suspect there will be a day in him somewhere along the line. It's guessing which one it'll be.
Yeah, that's a hard part, Tom, trying to predict when it'll be. But last season he showed there's ability there, so we'll see how he gets on today.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine now that Mick will be pursuing, or persevering, should I say, with this 6-year-old if he didn't feel that there was something forthcoming later down the line, perhaps. Byron Stream is the horse being offered up to the stalls. Interesting horse here. Ross Kennemore on board. Where's the pace going to come from, Mark?
Pace could come from Q8 Star. He's got the draw to do it in stall 1. Alanos as well, James Hewitt's runner. He was handy at air last time. He comes from 6, so I think you'd be looking towards one of those two.
Yeah, and I would imagine the pace could be certainly an even one, may even be a pretty generous one as well. They don't usually hang about from the mile start here. You're soon travelling downhill, round a sharpish bend, right-handed bend, and then up the hill at the other side. Mercer's Row goes in under Gemma Tutty, £3 higher than when winning on this course last time out. Furlong extra, however, to tackle this afternoon. 3-to-1 favourite. Pat's Legacy to win for the in-form Marjorie Fife. Barry McHugh in the saddle. Watch out for him in the red and white colours coming out of stall 3. Let's rejoin Malcolm.
Thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, just waiting for 3 more to come. Just walking straight in there was Alanos, who's a little bit free to post. Just going forward now, Tanfran in the 2 shades of blue. It'll be Jebel Tara to complete the lineup here. He'll go forward into the 2 box. Now we'll be set to race for race number 4. I think there'll be plenty of pace on here. We'll find out very shortly. Jebel Tara just reversing away a little bit. Jebel Tara coming forward into stall number 2. That's it. They're all in. We're set to race. and they're off and very slow to go. The black and white jacket of Rio Cabolo. They settle down early doors. Majestic Dream got a good start. Also away well is Pat's Legacy towards the inside, and also away well next to that one is Alanos. A little bit deeper out of those, Senor George is prominent, and also prominent Kuwait Star just tucked in behind the pace. Live Dangerously has got a good sit as well. They settle down early doors, and it's Pat's Legacy in the red and white horse and a noseband jockey with a red cap to Majestic Dream in blue and yellow. Then the cross-belted jacket of Live Dangerously, followed by Kuwait Star, also in red and white towards the inside rail. They're followed by Alanos as they turn away right on the top end of the course and start to sweep right-handed. They'll shortly be heading back down the hill. Just tucked in a little bit worse than centre field, the diamond jacket towards the inside rail of Byron's Dream. Senor George out wide of that in yellow and black. That's followed through behind them by Jebel Tar in a half jacket. Poor Duke's well towards the back of the field. Also well back is Mercer's Row. Tanfran's towards the back, so is the slow starting Rio Cabolo. Up the hill they come in the World Cup live updates at bookmakers.co.uk. Handicap stakes, far side of the track. Still Pat's Legacy trying to make all here by a half length to Majestic Dream. Live Dangerously right down the centre, and the cross-belted jacket is coming powerfully now, followed by Kuwait Star. Drawn out for an effort in the diamond jacket. Byron's Dreams finishing off well. Then Senor George, and Mercer's Row from the back is lashing down the centre. Inside the final half furlong they go. Live Dangerously on the far side. Mercer's Row and Gemma Tutty finishing off really strongly, and Senor George is also trying to pounce inside the final 100 yards. Senor George on the far side. Mercer's Row the near side. That is desperate. They've gone past together. Live Dangerously behind those, followed by Kuwait Star, and behind that one was Byron's Dream.
Photo has been called between Senor George and Mercer's Row. They're wide apart. Make your own mind up. Mercer's Row this side, Senor George far side. Pair comfortably clear of the rest. 50 yards out, there was no question which was going to win. That was Mercer's Row, who was blazing down the outside, but in true Malcolm Tomlinson fashion, there was one blasting home. Here's the result.
First place, number 8, Senor George.
Senor George has got up. And a handy spare ride for PJ MacDonald, and another winner for Tony Coyle. First run this afternoon for Tony, ex-Irish horse, and first win of his career. 9 runs in Ireland, failed to produce a success, but he's found a winning opportunity here, and it looked as though he might be playing for second places, Mark, for a while, but he finished off really well.
He did very well. The first and second, they've challenged together, haven't they? They've come down the outside. Mercer's Row's got first run. He's narrowly missed out today, but he's got the trip well. That was a doubt beforehand. Tackling a mile for the first time. He's just narrowly missed out, but he's run well, higher in the weights for his win last time out. But good effort by Tony Coyle. First time he'd had Senor George on a race course, 43 days off, and he hadn't been in the greatest form when he joined him from Ireland, but he's got the best out of him today.
Yeah, let's take these from the start, and the horse that was slowly away looked to be Rio Cabolo. Lost several lengths at the start, and Barry McHugh elected to make the running on Pat's Legacy.
He did, yeah, back in trip. He'd run over an extended 9 furlongs last time out, so he was handy today. Went immediately to the front from stall 3. Mick Easterby's running Majestic Dreams, who came from stall 5. He's also handy. You know, Formbook will tell you he's run badly and he's been well beaten, but he definitely showed more today, didn't he, than Redcar, so I wouldn't totally give up on him from the middle of the summer onwards. And Mercer's Row, not surprisingly, was held up as he was attempting the trip for the first time.
Yeah, Live Dangerously raced prominently right up on the pace. You can see him there in third, just racing just wide of the rail. And Kuwait Star run better for a long way today.
He did on ground that's probably quick enough for him as well. 2 wins for Jason Ward a couple of seasons ago, both gained on heavy ground, so that these wouldn't have necessarily been his conditions, but it was an improvement on his previous starts. Other horses to look out for, Byron's Dream appeared to have every chance. He's travelling well in the green and red colours. Just in behind Mick Easterby's runner at this stage, just waiting for a gap to come. The winner's just beginning to be driven along, isn't he? He's got a couple of reminders by his rider PJ MacDonald, but he starts to pick up, as does Mercer's Row down this near side.
Yeah, he's having a real good season, is PJ MacDonald, for a variety of trainers as well. Can't imagine he's ridden too many times for Tony Coyle, but he rode a big winner the other week for Richard Fye up at Musselburgh, and he's had a nice few winners this season, just finishes off and nails Mercer's Row, who comes out wide and just seemed to just sort of perhaps maybe lose concentration late on, or did he just get beaten on merit, whatever, but about a short head, in it, Mark?
Yeah, he's run very well. He's got the trip, hasn't he? Just looking at the head on, I think it's Alanos, isn't it, the James Hewitt runner. He just looks to be hanging, doesn't he? I think Paul Mulrennan had a look down as well. So
Race very awkward.
Yeah, he did. He just look at his head now, and I think Paul had a look down. So, you know, he's run as though there's something not quite right, nothing like he's run last time out. But good set two between the two horses. Mentioned Senor George, 7-year-old, didn't start racing till last year, but he hinted at ability last year. One good run at Roscommon, and he's made the perfect start to his new career with Tony Coyle.
Yeah, he certainly has. Knowing Tony, he'll find other winning opportunities for this horse. You can see there, the back of the shot there, Alanos racing very awkwardly, head sort of half turned round and hanging and looking very ungainly. Let's take another look at this tight finish as we switch to the SPs with Angus.
Was tight, wasn't it? Just a short head between them. Senor George 8-1, beat Mercer's Row 8 as well. Lived Dangerously 5-1, was back in third. Time's good as well, 1:38.25. Pat's Legacy took them along at a good gallop. He eventually weakened out of it. That is Understanded as well.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Racing UK. This is the Ladbrokes Life.
Here's the Royal Ascot card for